Hi there, it's Jo Huey. This video is going to be about when family members say it's not my problem, it's theirs, and they're referring to the drinker. They're not the ones that have got the problem, the drinker has. So I've made some notes, so I might glance at my laptop just to remember, but I guess the main thing that comes up for me in this is that families obviously are focused on the drinker. If they're dependent drinking and they're drinking all the time, and there's chaos and all sorts of drama going on, obviously the family member doesn't think that they've got a problem. Well, they haven't got a problem with drink, they've got other problems though, one of those being codependency. So families tend to be very focused on the drinker and everything is about them, and especially children of alcoholics or children of alcoholics when they're going through that process of living with a parent, everything's about the drinker. So they start to lose sight of themselves and their identity, and so they tend to then rely on everybody else and what they think of them, what they should do, and they have no sense of identity and don't know what they like, what they don't like, that kind of thing. And so that's a big problem. That's a problem for the family members. Always focusing on what the drink is doing means we're not focusing on ourselves and our life, and we can become very controlling because you want to control an uncontrollable situation. So whilst the family members haven't got a drink problem, we do have a problem, because if you look at it a different way, the drinker is quite happy with what they're doing. They're quite happy drinking. They haven't got an issue with it. They're getting what they need, however long that may last. Usually people that have been drinking for many, many years don't actually want to drink anymore, but they're physically dependent. They're actually bored of it. But the family gets so focused, they forget about their own issues, and so that whole controlling sort of behaviour is an issue in and of itself. And then we can develop our own addictions, whether that's perfectionism or our own drink and drug problems later in life. So I think to say, well, it's not our problem, isn't really very accurate, because actually if a family member looks at their own life and reflects on how much time and energy they are giving to the drinker, or thinking about the drinker, or worrying about the drinker, I think we can safely say it is your problem or you at least have a problem, not a drink problem, but you're obsessed and consumed by this person's drinking. So what else have I got to say? Right. Yeah. Yeah, I think I've written some notes about staying in your lane. So this concept of, this is, we need to focus on our business. That's not our business. If that person wants to drink, that is their decision. And I know that is really hard to hear, and especially if it's a loved one. And I can't even imagine how hard that must be for a parent, because your natural instinct is to protect your child. However, when it comes to an addiction, the person has to be prepared to talk about it, to be open to conversations around it, to want to stop. And unless you're going to imprison them and force them, which I'm not really sure it's definitely not the right route, then there isn't a lot you can do in terms of physically getting them to stop. What you can do is support them as much as you can and make sure you put boundaries in place. So I'm doing some other videos around that, so be sure to check out the videos that I upload by subscribing to my channel, and you can also share this video with anyone else that you might think would benefit. But I just want to reiterate that even though the drink problem isn't the family's, you know, they're not the one that needs to give something up in terms of alcohol, we do need to give up our obsession with the drinker and being fixated on them and everything that they're doing. So it's a family illness, and that is what needs to be treated, the whole family. So hopefully that's been helpful, and I will speak to you soon. Take care.